Architecture, at its core, is the physical embodiment of the identity and vision of an institution. But how can an institution display the way it values its own history while also aggressively striving to grow into the future? Has respect for tradition become a cumbersome burden that cannot find its place in an evolving future? The corporate seal of Northwestern University and its architectural presence provides an interesting narrative about how Northwestern's architectural evolution may struggle to reflect its traditional identity. Our story begins in 1856, when Northwestern adopted its first corporate seal. It followed an established tradition among the prestigious institutions of the East Coast, which it wanted to emulate to represent higher education in the Midwest. This first seal remained an empty symbol for 35 years until former university president and professor of Latin Daniel Bonbright added significance to its design. He added 2 verses from the Holy Bible written in Greek and Latin, Philippians 4:8 and John 1:14. They translate in English to, "Whatsoever things are true," and "the Word, full of grace and truth." During this time, classical education played a vital role in higher education. Northwestern's new seal demonstrated an understanding of and respect for this tradition. The Bible references from the Christian faith also reflect the original influence that the Methodist Church had on the founding of the university. The seal quickly became an architectural feature on many university buildings, which reflected their newly established institutional identity. On the Evanston campus, it appears in 3 prominent locations. First built in 1955 to commemorate the university's 100th anniversary, Kresge Hall featured the seal on several of its entrances. The seal fits comfortably in this design, as the purpose of the building was to respect tradition, connect with it, and celebrate the identity that started the university. In 1968, the Rebecca Crown Center was constructed, in the then popular Brutalist style, to centralize their administrative buildings. An iconic clock tower stands as a symbol for the student body and the university, which loudly called for the implementation of the seal. Today, the seal appears on everything from coffee mugs to baseball hats and t-shirts, which sometimes strips the embedded meaning away from its design. The recently established Marjorie Weinberg Memorial Garden reassociates the original meaning of the seal to its graphic symbol. Built in 2007, it features the most recent and contextually significant placement of the seal. The choice to include it, despite the increasingly modern surrounding campus, respects the traditional identity of the university, which the Weinberg family contributed greatly to. On the Chicago campus, the seal stands confidently over the entrances of 3 Northwestern graduate schools, which were built on a single strip on Chicago Avenue off of Lakeshore Drive. The collegiate Gothic facades that iconic architect James Rogers designed for these buildings in the mid-1900s stand in stark contrast with the futuristic design of the new Arthur Rubloff School of Law building. Among the building's glass walls and flat rooftops, the seal is nowhere to be found. This poses the same question: is it possible in the midst of architectural evolution for an institution to still reflect the roots from which it grew? Beginning in 2014, Kresge Hall underwent a major renovation that took 3 years to complete. The architect decided to keep the original exterior and implement a newly constructed interior design. The result was a modern renovation that won an award for its environmental sustainability and efficiency, while also preserving the seal as a symbol of tradition. Kresge Hall's architectural history physically demonstrates that a delicate intertwining between an evolving identity and respect for tradition may well be possible and desirable.